We're the largest snacking company in the world.
That everyone in the business is a leader and have a role to play.
So it just naturally made sense that, my career would progress.
And I wish someone had told me when I was in high school that that was an option.
It's all about maintaining relationships and
have such a wide array of academic backgrounds in the CCAS.
A strong network of women here to help you.
Well, hey guys, so today we are joined by Eric, who is Head of Automation for Newcrest Mining. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us along.
So you head up an exciting new department looking at automation and technology in the mining industry for Newcrest Mining. That sounds like an exciting job. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, look, it is exciting. I love it. As you said, my role is Head of Automation. I lead a small, very technical team that supports all of our mines in the area of automation technology. That is automation in terms of mining, autonomous vehicles, so vehicles, that big trucks and things that drive around by themselves, processing, how we process minerals, software, sensors, communications, hardware and strategy. In practice, because automation activities can be used across the entire business, it means I have engagements with a huge variety of stakeholders, everyone from site mining and processing teams all the way through to central IT and procurement teams. I also work with groups outside of Newcrest, equipment manufacturers and suppliers. And one of the main things I do is help ensure we build the right products and technology for this industry. It's quite a specialised area, so I provide a lot of the technical guidance to make sure we do the right technology the right way.
Yeah, what an incredible job. That is so cool. So what sort of influenced you to go down this career path? Have you always been interested in tech and like STEM subjects, I'm guessing?
Good guess. Yeah, I was always a maths and science person. I love them. But look, if I'm honest, I never really sat back and said, I'm going to be an automation engineer. When I was in high school, I was always going to be a pilot. I wanted to join the Air Force. I even had a scholarship from them when I was at high school. But look, the way it turned out, I enrolled in engineering, and mechatronics was new and sounded exciting at the time. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do when I finished, and the head of the university group offered me a job building automated mining vehicles as part of a research program they had going on. Remember, this is more than 20 years ago now, and back then it was really new and it was a really exciting thing to be doing, making these huge, heavy mining vehicles move around all by themselves, and I loved it. And that was really when I started to understand more about the mining industry, how complex it is, how big it is. It's like all fields. You don't really understand all the specialties and the jobs that need to go on until you start to look at them really closely. Anyway, while I was doing that project, I was asked, why not do a PhD? Sounded easy when they said it, if I only had have known. There was this new project that was about to start, and we needed to design and demonstrate how a fleet of drones, so a fleet of these autonomous aircraft, could cooperate on missions like tracking things on the ground and knowing where they were without GPS. Again, this was brand new at the time, and I love aviation. I could fly a plane before I could drive a car, so I just leapt at it.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the story of, I guess, how I got into automation. Why did I choose it? Because it interested me. Yes. Things came up, opportunities came up, and they just felt right. It's a great field. I mean, since then I've worked on technology projects, quite a few of them world firsts, everything from research through to building these mature products that people can use. Drones, fleets of cooperative drones, ground vehicles that drive themselves, sensors, software, comms, machine learning and AI, all of these things everyone talks about, all of those come together in the field of automation, and it's a really great thing. It's a field that's grown rapidly, and I've got to say, I only see it getting bigger. The world's starting to adopt these autonomous cars and trucks on industrial equipment. All of these things need really good engineering skills to be matured, and they can make a real difference to the world, both in safety and in improving business performance. As I said, I love it, and I'd certainly recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. So looking back at high school, what were your interests? You're obviously saying that, you were into flying, you wanted to be a pilot. So what sort of subjects were you studying? Was there like a bit of a cross tie within your maths and sciences that, you were studying at the time that's now led you to where you are now? Like, what would you be suggesting to high school students if they're about to choose their subjects and they think that automation sounds like an amazing career path? What do you think they should be studying?
Look, I have a very science, technology, engineering, maths background, a very STEM background. I studied physics, chemistry, engineering, science, and maths when I was at school. And then I did mechatronic engineering at university, which is basically a mix of mechanical and electrical engineering. Now, a lot of the engineering subjects, particularly in the first years, are very common. So you can often change between them very easily, and a lot of it's more about learning how to think in a particular way, and then you dive into the specialties later on. It was only after I finished my undergraduate course that I did the PhD, and that really dived very deeply into a few technical areas. But from a high school point of view, I would say, yeah, the STEM background, don't neglect the English and the teamwork things either. You've got to be able to communicate really complex ideas succinctly and have people understand the things you're working on. For me, they provided a really good detailed foundation, and I've really just tried to build on that. I've always enjoyed the core engineering skills that gave me and applying them to the business.
Yeah.
But I'd also say these are only the foundations. That's important, but you never stop learning after you graduate.
Yeah, exactly right. So apart from being extremely smart, what other personal attributes do you think you have that help you succeed in your role?
Look, always a tricky one to answer. I think I have a really strong desire to keep learning. I've always chosen roles that I genuinely enjoy and do my best. Collectively, I think that's helped me. I haven't sought to define success with some sort of measure. I do what I do because, as silly as it sounds, I absolutely love it. You spend a lot of time at work. You might as well choose something that you're going to enjoy. The other thing I'd add is I like spending a lot of time with people, and I think that helps as well. So everything from working with new engineers and sort of helping them understand the domain, through to others who, to be honest, I still learn from as well.
Yeah, great. What would you say gives you the most satisfaction in your role?
Look, I get to work on projects that can make a real difference. I get to work with and often create state-of-the-art new technologies that can make a difference. They can improve safety. They can make money. That's really important to a business. And I get a real sense of satisfaction out of seeing things work, creating something where there was nothing. I also get to work with a lot of different people, as I said. I get to help and mentor people in this area, and I get to learn new things every time there's a new project. It's not a turning the handle sort of job. Everything is new pretty much when I look at it, and it's always evolving. There's always something new to do, and I find that exciting. Every day has some new challenge.
Yeah, yeah. And what would you say has been your greatest achievement? Have you built this incredible world first machine, or like what would you say has been the best thing so far in your career?
Look, career-wise, greatest achievement, hard one to answer actually. I've worked on so many different projects. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed my time in a range of different companies. Every single one of them had projects that really made a difference, from my research programs in working with unmanned aircraft. Mining I particularly like though, and my current role I really like, because I think it's a big industry for Australia and there's so much opportunity to make a fundamental difference to be honest, even to the country. I don't know that I'd call out a big achievement yet. There's still so much I want to do. Big challenge I see though is building things that will still be in use after I'm gone. It's easy to sort of turn the handle and roll something out, but I find the real measure of success is someone still using it after you've left? Can someone use it after you?
Yeah, great. No, it definitely sounds like an incredible job that you've got. If there are students out there listening and you could give them some advice, what would you give them?
Keep an open mind, particularly at high school. I mean, don't feel like you need to have all the answers to your career when you haven't finished school yet. I mean, I certainly didn't.
Yeah.
If you're interested in automation and technology areas, then I would say follow up with STEM subjects. learn all you can. I mean, some simple examples. What does it take to make an autonomous vehicle? Well, everything from understanding and using sensors, things like GPS, inertial systems, radars, lasers, how to use them, what they can and cannot do, communication systems, learn how to write software, everything from embedded real-time code through to websites and things that a person can use. I mean, these are easy to say, and I guess at the outset they look the same, but they're actually really different skills when you get into them.
Yeah.
Learn how to process information and data. This is a growing field. Things like machine learning and AI get used a lot as terms, but really learn how to understand it. Learn the maths, and then tying it all together. As I said, there's a lot to do. There is no shortage of areas you can dive into. Do what interests you.
Yeah.
You're going to spend a lot of time at work, and my recommendation is always do something you enjoy. Not every day is perfect, but overall, your genuine enthusiasm for an area will come through, and it makes your working life a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. And just finally, Newcrest Mining, that sounds like an awesome place to work. Why would you urge more young students to consider a career at Newcrest and in the mining industry as well?
Look, mining is obviously a big industry in Australia. Newcrest is a gold miner. We're the largest gold producer on the Australian Stock Exchange. We're also one of the largest in the world. Now, mining has a lot of technical depth to it. Within Newcrest, at least, we're known for strong technical capabilities, particularly in areas like exploration, deep underground block caving, and metallurgical and processing skills. As a company, it's a great place to work. It's a great work environment where I guess we're committed to safety and health and making sure everyone goes home safely every day. Automation is a core part of that. So it's an area where I guess we can use technology to make a difference to not just our business, but also to the industry. There are some great people, and I think it offers a really great career pathway.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Eric. It was really great to hear about your career so far, and and what you're doing with Newcrest. It sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much as well.